Welcome back to Low Def Media Podcast. This is Mike, aka Mr. Opinion Head, and today, boy, I am really excited today because I've got a lot of things that I want to get through. First, let me tell you, here in Atlanta, it is super hot. I just went out for a walk. It's about, what time is it here? It's about 6:30. It is still 90 degrees outside. That leads me into my first point. And this isn't scripted. I don't have anything planned out, just a bunch of ideas that I've had in a book. It's this book here. This is my journal of ideas, and even have my own Low Def Media sticker on there. So again, this is unscripted. I just have a bunch of ideas that I've written down that I've wanted to record and put out there on the channel. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to go through all those ideas, and you're going to get a little snapshot, a little peer behind the curtain into the life of Mike, Mr. Opinion Head. All right, so real quick, the first thing, it's hot. Went outside to walk because, and I don't know about you, but as for me, I have the Apple Watch, and as much as it motivates me, it drives me nuts because there are these things on there called rings, and they're three rings. One's your activity, one's exercise, and the other one is standing up. And so throughout the course of the day, your activity level, calories burned, that circle will start to go around. It's called a ring, and that ring will go around trying to get all the way around and close. All right, for the stand-up one, you have to stand up a certain amount of times, a certain number of times in a day. Your exercise, you set a number, a value of how many minutes you want to work out in a day. And then the same thing for your calories. And I don't know about you, but that thing, it's constantly in my face, and I feel like such a loser if I don't get those rings closed. So here it is, 6 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. I went out this morning and played pickleball and did a couple other things. And so I would think that I've got all those rings squared away, but oh no, 6:30, I'm out there, 6 o'clock, I'm out there, 90-degree heat, walking at the park across the street because I'm trying to get these rings closed. Hey, let's zoom in here a little bit. There we go. All right, fantastical. So, hey, let's talk about gear. We always do that here on this show. Today, I'm recording with my Canon T7i here in the home studio. I've got the FDuce microphone. First time I've connected it to the camera instead of just to GarageBand on the MacBook. The other thing that I'm doing today is I do have the microphone connected to GarageBand, so that audio will be specifically for Anchor to go out on Spotify and Apple Podcast. So that is recording the quality audio over there. And then this audio and video will be used for the YouTube channel. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this double content so you can get it wherever you might be able to take advantage of it at the time. So, hey, let's get into this. Couple things. Let's see. We talked about the gear. We talked about the heat, which is extreme at the moment. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip through my idea pad or my notebook here. And let's just talk about a couple things. You know what? Let's talk about the creator. No, not the creator process. Let's talk about buying gear, because I just did a video that talked about some of the things that I picked up during Amazon Prime Day and some things that were given to me as gifts for my birthday. All right, this microphone being one of them, got this for my birthday from my wife. And then also, there's some other things that you get, like a gimbal and stuff. Just watch the video. You'll see what I'm talking about. But that brings me to this thought. When you're buying gear, all right, if there's something that you want, let's just say it's this microphone. And this microphone has been a microphone that I've seen a lot of buzz about on YouTube, okay? And on YouTube, those videos can serve one of two purposes, in my opinion. One, they can be used to influence you to buy something that you didn't already want or need to buy. You may have never seen it before, never had a thought of buying it, microphone here being one of them. I had never heard of this microphone until I saw somebody do a video of it, about it, talk about this particular microphone. And quick plug, shameless plug, it is an XLR/USB microphone. You can see the XLR connection right here. So you can run this through a mixer and get some very quality audio, or very easily connect it to your computer or connect it to your camera. It is one of those dual purpose microphones. I love this microphone. Sounds so great. I had been using the Blue Yeti microphone. If you're a fan of the channel, then you know. I've got it sitting right here. It's a condenser mic. So that picks up more noise. Now, it is a directional condenser mic, so you can set it up to a different cardioid pattern. And so you could just do front-facing, front and rear-facing, or omnidirectional, and it picks up everything around you in the room. And I've used it for... I've used that Blue Yeti when I was doing a movie review with a friend of mine. I put it on the table in between us, and it picked up both of us equally well. So it's a great microphone, but it doesn't really focus as well on your voice as this one does. This is a great microphone for podcasts. All right, so never heard of this microphone before until I saw it on YouTube. And then once I saw it on YouTube, I said, you know what, this checks a lot of boxes. I have to have this microphone. So it influenced me to buy this particular microphone. Now, luckily for me, I was able to bug my wife enough to where she bought it for me. So, hooray, wifey. So I got this microphone as a gift for my birthday, but had never heard of it. Now, the second way YouTube videos are not influential, but are used when talking about gear is now that I have it, it can either validate my purchase or it can show me how to get the most out of my purchase or my new piece of gear. For example, this gimbal. All right, this is a Vivitar gimbal. Most of you have never even heard of Vivitar or a Vivitar gimbal. I know I didn't know they made gimbals until I saw it at Walmart. It's $59. I said, hey, that is a great price point for a smartphone gimbal. Most other gimbals are in the $100 range. So I picked it up, works great. And now I can go online to learn a little bit more about it, how to use it. So that's the second way that I think YouTube videos can be used. One is to influence you to buy something, and the other one is to either validate that purchase or show you how to get the most out of it. Real quick, before we get too far, I know I mentioned that it's super hot outside. And this is a shameless plug, not for me, but for another company. It's called Podium. They make, wow, that plosive really blew up on the mic. And I'm not that close to it. I'm probably 4 or 5 inches away from the microphone, and that plosive really came through. I'm looking at looking at my GarageBand over here, and it really lit up. So apologize for that. I normally have a pop filter right here, but that disc is ginormous and you can't see my face. So we're just going to have to deal with those for now. But anyway, getting back to this, super hot here in Georgia, and there's a company called Podium, and they make supplements. All right, they're new to the space, and this is not them. This is just a bottle. But they make different things like protein drinks, and they make pre-workout drinks, energy drinks, and they make one called Hydro Salt. And I depend on that because when I go running here in Georgia, even if it's only 70 degrees outside, the humidity is always around 80 or 90%, so you're sweating buckets. And so you need to replenish or hydrate, and that Hydro Salt is great. Now, this is their original flavor. It's something, watermelon, mango, I don't know. But it's a fruity one, and they've got another one coming that I just bought, and it's called, it's something bomb. It's red, white, and blue. You know when you went to the ice cream trucks that would come through your neighborhood, and they had the Rocket Bomb? I think that's what it's called, Rocket Bomb, and it's got the red, white, and blue flavors. That's what this is supposed to taste like. So that's what I've got here, because you got to hydrate, man. I've been sweating all day. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, let's look through the book and see what other things we can talk about. Now, I've talked about this in the past. Camera conundrum. I don't know about you, and I asked this question on my Instagram page today. What do you use a camera for? Let's start at the very basic one. If you have a smartphone and you use the camera in your smartphone, do you only document life events? Like if you're out at a restaurant or you go to a family birthday party or an anniversary, you take the phone out, you take the picture. Any kind of family get together at the house, baby's first steps, all those kind of things. Is that what you primarily use your phone or camera for, is to document life events? Or do you use it maybe for a passion, maybe for a hobby? Do you go outside and take pictures of wildlife? Do you take pictures of landscapes, portraits? Do you take things that maybe inspire you? If you have a dedicated camera aside from your iPhone or your Android, if you have a separate camera, and I can't believe I don't have one sitting beside me right now, but if you have a camera, well, we'll look back here. Just look behind me real quick. Right there. There's a bookshelf with multiple cameras right there. If you have cameras like that, what do you use them for? Do you use that camera as for your passion, for your hobby? Do you even have one? See, and that's what I'm getting at. Do people have secondary cameras anymore? Do people buy them? Because for the longest time, I heard that the camera market was really suffering because nobody bought cameras anymore. They were using the ones in their pocket. And so they had kind of gotten away from using the traditional DSLR mirrorless camera. Now, I love cameras. I have this EOS T7i here. I've got a Fuji camera, and I've got a bunch of little action cameras and camcorders because I'm just fascinated by them. And they all serve different purposes. Today, while I was out on the trail, I used my Insta360 Go 2, and I put it on a little selfie stick, and I can record out there without this big honking camera in front of me. And the nice thing about the Go 2 is after I come back and I put it in my phone, the video, I can decide if I want it landscape or portrait. So I can put it on Instagram or YouTube or make it an Instagram, what do they call that? It's not a story, but a Instagram. Why does this word elude me? I don't know. The word's not there. But if you put it on your story, you know that's portrait. And if you put it on your feed, that's landscape, post. That's the word I was looking for, post. And so it gives you that opportunity afterwards. So that's great. I really do appreciate that from that camera. But most other cameras don't do that. So that serves a very unique purpose. I've got, GoPros and things. And so I'm wondering, do people even have cameras? And then when you have multiple cameras, do you have a hard time choosing which one to use for any given purpose? Like right now, videoing, recording this podcast for YouTube or for Spotify, because now you can upload a video to Spotify. What camera do I use? I mean, any number of cameras would do the job, but which one do I want to use? I picked this one because 1, it's dependable. 2, I've got a wide angle lens for it. And 3, I can connect my audio. It's got an audio out jack or audio in. And so I can connect my microphone to it. So that's why I decided on this particular camera. But my Fuji, I could have used it, but it just doesn't have the same wide angle lens. And so for that purpose, all right, that was a pretty long topic, but it fascinates me if people, aside from content creators, have cameras anymore. So, hey, let me know. Send me an email down below. You know how to get in contact with me. All right, so let's look through some of this. Let's see. Okay, we did that. We did that one. Product reviews. Oh, this is a one that was interesting to me as well. And I saw a video about it just the other day. It was about product reviews. Do you trust people who provide product reviews on YouTube? Now I do. For example, I could look around my desk and this microphone. Okay, I did a short little plug for this my last video, and also this microphone here. I did one. I put this on Instagram. This is a wireless microphone. It's made by Full Aim. And so here's the little receiver that goes on your camera. This is the receiver that or transmitter you put on your belt. And it has a little lapel mic here. And so this is a very low cost microphone setup. Now, if you look at my last video, the one that's titled, what did I title that? Recent purchases, I think. It's my most recent video, and it talks about all these different products that I've kind of accumulated over the last couple months. I used this lapel mic for that video, connected it right into the Canon here. And so, golly, I started talking about this thing, totally forgot about, reviews. All right, so if I were doing a product review just on this microphone alone, okay, and I said, hey, they gave it to me, they don't expect a video, I'm gonna tell you my honest opinion. What do you think? Do you think I'm being truthful? Not that I would lie, but do you think my opinion is somewhat skewed because I was given this product? Do you think I have to say something nice about it so they'll continue to give me things? Or do you think I'm going to be totally honest with you and tell you, hey, if it stinks, it stinks, and if it's great, it's great? Now, if you see other product reviews, do you trust them, even if they weren't given the product? Do you trust them if you see someone with thousands of followers? You know that they are an influencer, so their purpose, not their purpose, but their motive probably is to influence you to buy because maybe they have some kind of affiliate link or marketing plan with them so that if you buy something, that you'll get a cut. I know with Insta360, I signed up for their affiliate program. I used to be an affiliate with Amazon. But, I didn't have enough people buy stuff, so they kind of cut bait with me. But, I mean, I barely have any followers, and I've taken advantage of those programs. So if somebody else with thousands of viewers is doing the same thing, don't you think there's some financial incentive behind their review? So do you trust them? I don't look at YouTube videos so much as, okay, he bought it, so then I must buy it because it's got to be good. I look at what it can do. And the thing that frustrates me the most about reviews is most of the people reviewing, okay, we'll say most, not going to say all, but most, they are dedicated content creators. So they can take this microphone, that camera, they can take, any number of things that I've got here, and they can get the absolute best out of it and make it look like this is something that you absolutely must have. But then when I get it, I'm like, what? I couldn't make it sound like that. Case in point, this Blue Yeti microphone that's sitting right here. Everybody, I mean, it's been out for 5 or 6 years. It is one of the industry staples when it comes to microphones. Okay, you see it on 100 podcasts, 100 videos. It's a very trusted microphone. I can't say anything really bad about it other than I have a hard time getting the most out of it. It's hard for me to make it work the way others can make it work on their videos. And that's just because I'm not good at it. I'm new to, I'm not new to Instagram or to YouTube, but I just don't have this skill set. I'll put it that way. I'm just not skilled in making that particular microphone work very well. Another one that I saw on YouTube was the Zoom H1N voice recorder. Now, it's the one that's got the two microphones like this, that are kind of opposed to each other so they can record two people at the same time. And every video I saw said this thing was great. A lot of content creators have it because it allows them to back up their audio. They connect it, you get great audio, it records it. So right now I've got this connected to my camera. I would set this up separately so that if this failed, I would have a backup audio track. Okay, makes perfect sense. But I have not been able to get the same kind of audio quality out of it as other content creators. So that's my frustration. I see what they use and I love what they use, but I have a hard time getting that product to either work or sound as well as they do. And so that's the risk. When you watch these videos, they're very polished and they spend way more time on their videos than I do. Let me just give you a quick breakdown of how today's video came about. I said, hey, I've got 30 minutes. My camera was sitting here, so I put it up on a tripod here in the office, clicked on a couple lights. This was already on the mic stand. I plugged it in. I did a couple quick tests, not really sure if this is going to work exactly the way I want, and I hit record. I purposely did not turn on my box light because it reflects off my glasses. I've got a small little ring light over here just to give me a little fill here, and I've got my overhead light on here. It's a ceiling fan light. It's horrible, but that's what I decided to do. If you listen, or if you ever see Think Media, their videos, they always say just press record. And so I normally get really wrapped around the axles with with quality, trying to get the video dialed in, try to get the audio dialed in just right. But today I said, you know what? I got 30 minutes. I want to get through some of these things that I've been writing down forever, and we're just going to let it fly. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to take another swig of this. This is good stuff. Do you ever watch Mark Bennett? Mark Bennett? I think that's his name. He does a camera show. He's from Canada. He always drinks apple juice on his show. All right, let's flip through here real quick. And let's see if we can come up with another couple topics. Let's see. That's another. Okay, this is the last topic that we'll come up with. Goals. All right, so earlier we talked about the Apple Watch and how the rings, are always there telling you to get up, to go do something, to exercise, burn more calories, okay? So goals. This is something that I struggle with. Not goals like I want to lose weight or something like that, but goals as in I see people on YouTube and they'll come up with this challenge for themselves. Like, hey, I'm going to work out for 30 days in a row. Or, hey, I did push-ups 70 days in a row, and this is what happened. So I like to push myself like that. One of the goals that the watch came up with for the month of July was closing your exercise ring for 22 days in July. Now, there's 31 days in July, and so they gave you some room in there to miss. Well, I closed mine out. All right, so that was it. I saw the challenge and I said, hey, that's going to motivate me. So I'm going to do that. Last month it was, accumulate 122 miles during the month of June. So that motivated me to pick up my running and to go run more often and to run farther so I could accumulate more miles. And I was able to accomplish that goal. But I want something. I'm going to the beach in August. And so I want one of those challenges that's going to have a more visible impact. And so I said, one of the things that I looked at was, hey, I've got this rower. It's a very entry-level rower, but it's out in the garage. And I said, there's a lot of people who say that rowing is one of the best things you can do for you. Cardio, builds muscle, and so it's very good for you. And so I said, okay, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will row every day for the next 30 days, all right, starting tomorrow. But then I said, okay, rowing 1,000 meters will take 5 minutes. No, about 5 minutes, because 500 meters takes about 2.5 to 3 minutes, depending on your pace. And then if you double that up for 1,000, you're looking at about 5 minutes. So if I did 2,000 meters, that would be 10 minutes. So I'm like, okay, that's 10 minutes of a workout. Now, granted, you're going to do a lot in those 10 minutes, but calorie-wise, that's not going to accumulate to a whole bunch. And then for this watch, my goal is 35 minutes of working out a day, and if I only do 10 minutes on a rower, that's not even half. And so I said, okay, what can I do? And that's where I've kind of been at. I've been at, like, what can I do? What kind of goal? And I've even kind of put this into my content creation space and said, okay, I'm going to do daily vlog entries for a week. And I did that, and I learned a ton doing that. I learned to be more efficient. I learned to incorporate some B-roll and things like that. So that was very beneficial. I liked that. But inevitably, there's one day where you can't. All right. Now, there's a guy, I won't remember his name, but he's in the CrossFit space, and he challenged himself to do one vlog entry every day for like a month, because there's really a lot going on in CrossFit. And Hiller, I think his name is Andrew Hiller, something like that. I think it's Hiller. But he challenged himself to do, one vlog every day. I don't know for how long, but for a long time. And it becomes very arduous, very challenging, because something always comes up, and you've got to get that content, and you've got to record it, and you've got to process it, and then you've got to post it. And it all takes a lot of time. If you do this, if you create content, you know what I'm talking about. So help me out. What kind of challenges can I do? Push-ups for 30 days. How about push-ups and rowing? How about running a mile and rowing and doing push-ups for 30 days? So let me know down in the comments below what you think, what might be some good challenges to do for the next 30 days that'll help me get ready for the beach. And with that, I'm out of topics. And it's right out about that 30-minute mark. It looks like 26 minutes here on the timer. And this camera is going to stop at 30, so this is a good place to say adios. Hey, thanks a lot for taking the time. Really appreciate you sticking around and listening to today's episode. If you like this kind of content, please become a subscriber. Really appreciate that. So, hit that notification bell so that when new ones come out, you can be notified. So if you're on YouTube, become a subscriber, hit the notification bell. And if you're on a different platform, download this and become a subscriber, because it really does help out the channel. Appreciate that a lot. And for me, Mike, a.k.a. Mr. Opinion Head, here on the Low Def Media Podcast channel, thanks so much. You have a great day, and we will see you in the next one.